crypto is on a bull run. So XRP Ripple, it's only up at like 1% on the rise. But then you go Stellar XLM, and we're looking at 2% going up. Quantum QNT, it's going up at 10%. Cardano ADA is going up at 5%. Pepe, you know Pepe the Frog, Bilapu, it's at 43% and going up. Chain GPT, CGPT, 13% going up. Singularity.net or AGIX going up at 25%. Polymesh, Polix, 7.5%. IOTA, MIOTA, 8%. Quantum, QTUM, is at nearly 7%. And Sandbox is at 12% and going up. So the altcoin, you got Bitcoin going up, and riding on its back, you have all these altcoin are on the rise. So anyone who's into cryptos has the opportunity at the moment to do well. And it may go for a bit of a run and it may drop back. It's looking like there's rumors that Bitcoin is going to head to 100,000. So all the coins riding off the back of Bitcoin and Ethereum may do well and may even do better. So a lot of the ones that aren't worth that much money, people can do well out of it. There's been a bit of a hunch that a coin called Tezos is going to do well. It's going to 10x and possibly 100x. So in other words, to give you an example, Tezos, TEZOS, the other name is XTZ, possibly 10xing, possibly 100xing. So if you have $100 on that coin, you could possibly turn that into 1,000, possibly 100,000. So anyway, moving on from the whole crypto space, which is very interesting at the moment, the elites are aware that Trump could possibly be the one who gets back in November. They were planning on doing the central bank digital currencies next year. But that's if Biden and that same mob continue the horror show. But if Trump intersects the situation, they may decide to bring in the central bank digital currencies earlier than November this year, instead of waiting until the quarter or mid-2025, because they need executive orders to do this. And if Trump does get in, he most likely will not promote this, and he'll do executive orders in a different direction that stop this, in a sense, and save the middle class and the lower class from digital currency tokenized slavery through CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, where what they're trying to do now is engineer the complete crash of the historic financial system, the paper money, the bank account monies. They want to shift everything over to the digital world where Bitcoin is, where tokenized digital assets are. That real estate has now gone tokenized into digital assets. So they want to collapse the old analog system, just like they got rid of analog TV, AM radio. You know, it's a shit. They're trying to shift it. It can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. And it depends on who's running the show and who's in control, because it's an opportunity for those who are elitists, who, giving an example of a North Korean style system or whatever that's global, where everyone's lives are ruled over by digital currencies through your phone, where everything you have to do as far as tokenized money is through your phone, through digital. And just remember, Web 3 is coming out. I can't remember when that's coming out, but it's the next level in internet. And everything plans to run on this unless we have a complete grid down situation. Or they could engineer a grid down situation that when they come back online, they knock out the old traditional financial system. So we have to be aware of that, and that if Trump gets in America in November, he may not want to go this direction, which is the direction of the elites, like people that, that we're talking Vanguard, BlackRock companies that own just about every corporation on the planet, etc., etc. Anyway, I'll just mention a few things that Benjamin Fulford had in his last report from the White Dragons. It was on February the 29th. A politician named McGregor wants US Congress to let illegal immigrants serve in the US military, and they're coming through in droves at the moment. Do they really represent American patriotism to actually reflect people that you'd want to be serving in the best and highest interests of your country, which is really interesting. The Kazarian Mafia, they're basically saying, why doesn't Trump have Biden arrested immediately? Will there be war crimes tribunals for the criminals? There's a whole list of names here. I won't go into them, but there's some very high up American politicians who are on an arrest list. We have the Ukraine crest, the Moloch Segal, and the Kazarian Tamagar, which is basically these three symbols here. If you have a look, you can see the pentagram in there, in the middle one, but that's basically the crest represents Ukraine. Netanyahu of Israel has self-identified as a war criminal. These people must be arrested immediately. Also, if any company like Google, Apple, or Microsoft, not hard, is caught putting out computer graphics to make it look like these people still hold positions of power, then the executives of these companies need to be arrested as well for being complicit in media, mass global narrative, social manipulation of the public. It's saying here we did not include council member and head of the Rothschild clan, David Rene de Rothschild, on this list because he promised to hand over Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. This would hand control of 90% of the corporations worldwide back to the people. However, when we contacted him last week to ask when this was going to happen, we got the answer he was unavailable because he was on a skiing vacation. In other words, he went into hiding in a Swiss bunker. So this may be related to the announcement of the death of Lord Jacob Rothschild, another family member, Emmanuel Macron de Rothschild, the so-called president of France, meanwhile, cannot appear in public without being grabbed by a lynch mob and hanged on the spot. This is exactly what the French farmers tried to do when they heard he was going to appear at an agricultural fair. We are hearing a lot of other so-called Western leaders have also gone into hiding in fear of lynch mobs. Any leader who is now supposedly in UK reign is probably in hiding. These include Canadian Crime Minister Justin Castro, because we know who his true father is. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Sorry, I have to say the names like this because they might have their bots going to shut this down? Who knows? Belgian, Alex, and crew. They may be hiding because our white hat sources in the Western agencies and Asian secret societies say some sort of huge event is imminent. For example, a member of the White Dragon Society who met with Japanese Emperor Naruhito last week was told. Is that it? So that's it. Yeah, so basically, going back to the crypto space, it just keeps getting better and better. It's all on the rise. We're in a bull run. For those who are into crypto, for the first time in 2 to 3 years, there's a pretty rapid upward bull run happening at the moment. XRP Ripple is only at 1%, but that's to be expected. It's a long-term investment strategy, and we may not see that one go ballistic until a little bit later down the line, depending world events, because XRP Ripple is going to be the new Swift. It's also getting a tokenized EFT. It's getting an EFT tokenized as well. So as far as the world going digital, for better or worse, XRP Ripple is supposedly going to be the digital new Western Union system. So if you hold that crypto, it's like you've got shares in the next generation of Western Union or Swift instant banking system, cross borders everywhere on the planet, through satellites, all that stuff. Stellar XLM, it's at 2% on the way up. You've got Quant QNT, it's at 10%. You've got Cardano at 5%. You've got Pepe, the green frog, at 43%. Chain GPT at 13%. Singularity.net, 25%. You've got Polymesh, Polix at nearly 8%. IOTA at 8%. You've got, what do we got? Ethereum Classic at 2%. You've got Decentraland or Mana at 3.65% on the way up. You've got QTUM, which is another sort of quantum sounding crypto, at nearly 7%. And you've got one called Sandbox or Sand. It's at 12%. There's heaps of other ones on here too. Dogecoin is at 16%. If anyone has any investments in any of these, look at this. This one that I wouldn't have even bothered with, but like in the short term, these are all doing well right now. For those punters or gamblers that are into this, and Shibu Inu, SHIOB, 29% on the way up. Litecoin, 5%. Bitcoin Cash for nearly 5%. Bittensaw TAO, 7%. You've got Ethereum Classic at 4%. Injective Protocol, INU, at nearly 10%. Kronos, CRO, 15%. The Graph, GRT, at 13%. Theta Coin is at like 10%. Flow is nearly at 6%. You got Bonk, which is a meme coin. It's at nearly 11%. You got XLR, AXL, at 28%, going up. Everything's going up. You got Chillers, CHZ, Chiliz, at 13%. There's an upward bull run going on right now. Singularity.net, 29%, AGIX. Let's see if there's any high numbers here. You've got Clayton, KLAY, at 10%. It's possible right now. It's even possible, like some people would say, oh, it's too late to jump on these. But if people have got money that they can just jump on these, you can jump on the moving train while it's on the go and keep riding it upwards. Now, it may go up, may go down, but they're saying there's rumors that Bitcoin is heading to 100K AUS. So at the moment, like it's 80 something in AUS, and in American, it's 65 going 70 or something. So basically, if Bitcoin keeps going up, you'll have all the satellite planetary altcoins going with it. So it's all pending what happens with Bitcoin. But here you got Terra Luna Classic at 11%. Curvu DL token, 7%. Ondo, ONDO, 17%. Superverse, 11%. There's a great opportunity right now for people to jump on and make some money off this, even in the short run. Look at this. Flocky, FLOKI, 62%. Oceana Protocol, 26%. 12%, 15%. There's so many here going up. There's so many of them. There's so many. There's a massive surge going on. Meme coin, MEME, 18%. Like ridiculous things that you wouldn't even lay your finger on and as worthwhile. Anyway, I've got to go. Nanu, live long and prosper.